Hey guys, it's the FPL Week 4. I'm Jackson, captain of the Pimps, with Cameron, captain of the Dying Fellas. How you guys
It's
doing?
me, I die!
He dies! Speaking of dies, we're going to see a lot of Pokemon die this battle. We have Alex, captain of RNGsus, with Ren, captain of the Vernal Equinox. We got we have a Flameo Hot Man over on one team, and then a bunch of Ice Fellas on the other team. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so, Mamoswine, for starters, we'll just go with that, is pretty devastating here. Earthquake hits everything except Blossom neutrally, and then you do have Icicle Crash for that. So, it's able to put in a lot of pressure into Ren's team. Some matchups that might even seem bad for it, like Cloister, for an example. If you're catching an Earthquake coming in, and then you have to Shell Smash, you're taking a little bit too much damage, I would say. So again, I don't think that's a great matchup. So what it's looking like is Machamp or Pharaoh Seed will really have to be the ones to deal with Mamoswine. Unless, of course, who I would say the champion of Ren's team is, Darmanitan comes in, Azora High, and just, lights this team up, because you have one fire immunity, and other than that, you are getting completely blitzed by this thing, alright? It carries Rock Slide or Earthquake, which can deal with the Chandelure, U-turns to keep up tempo, and, Starmie doesn't have the bulk, so even resisting a Flare Blitz, it's going to be two-shotted. So I think if we see a Choice Scarfed Darmanitan here, it could be cut and dry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Darmanitan is going to be absolutely dominant in this battle. It's really all that Ren needs. It deals with every single one of these Pokemon on his team, depending on the set he brings, very well. And then it is also the debut of Pharaoh Seed. Ferrothorn has been a league classic. It's picked almost every single season. It's a great mon. Let's see how its little baby boy does with an Eviolite, and if it can stand up to this Ice-type team.
Yeah, I do gotta say, in the replay window, I love that it's just a JPEG. It's just sitting there. It looks so menacing without any animation. I hope it lives up to that hype with that glare.
It is just literally just sitting there. Let's get into this battle then.
Yep. Coming in with a Tet offensive into Pharaoh Seed.
Stealth Rock.
Probably just going to be exchanging rocks here. Yep. Mm-hmm. And now we're in a bit of a tricky situation because there's not really much that can switch in on the map.
Alex knew he had to get rid of that Eviolite quickly, so that knockoff was a good pick.
Oh, for sure. The Toxic is unfortunate, and Alex actually, I would say, is playing this, a little dangerously. Yeah. Has the Toxic on the Mamoswine when that's one of his best threats.
He's a Mamoswine. We go into Watercress Wendy.
One of a personal favorite.
Personal favorite, Cameron. Personal, I'm a big disliker of this Pokemon, thanks to Cameron.
Yep. I take Pokemon, I use them well, and I think Ren's gonna get some pretty good usage out of it.
Goes into Green's Gary, the Machamp, and Thunderbolt that only does 24%, but it does have a sub up. So
yeah, I'm actually curious if this Machamp is Assault Vested, because that did a little bit less than I thought.
Yeah.
It would have. And I'm curious if he's gonna switch out, try to catch one of those dynamic punches with that immunity.
Chandelure only has 3 more switch-ins though.
Yep, that's the power of those Stealth Rocks. If he doesn't get a Rapid Spin from Starmie pretty quickly here, that's gonna start doing a lot of damage to his team.
Mm-hmm. And this Toxic, as well as the Rocks, Tet is going to be taking a lot of damage as this battle goes on, and that is the thing that Ren needs. He needs this Pokemon off the board as soon as possible.
And it
that
looks like
is going to do
he got it. So I'm very nervous if I'm Alex here, because I don't actually know how to deal with Darmanitan. I would say the only real way of getting that off the field is maybe a Choice Scarf from Alex, or perhaps if Darmanitan isn't scarfed, you could see some opportunities there. But if it is, I think this might be pretty much over.
Looks like we're doing a substitute pain split set on the Rotom. See if it can do anything to the... it doesn't seem it's going to do anything to the Wish Pass or Florges, though.
No, but the nice thing is, if you can kind of outlast them, attrition them down, you could catch them maybe going for something a bit more ambitious and a pain split on something that comes in. That can be really devastating if you land that properly, but, Ren is not playing that game.
No.
He is just... He's just clicking his buttons on Florges, and that's actually what you kind of have to do against these pain split sets, because they don't have real ways of threatening Pokemon like that. We are going to see a completely even exchange with the Machamp. Catches that wish very nicely. It goes for a Blizzard instead of a pain split. A little surprising to me.
Yeah, we haven't seen a Lowland Ninetales come out yet. So that Blizzard did surprisingly hit. Florges is down. I mean, not Florges. Chandelure is down to 50% just based off of rocks.
Yep. I think we are going to see it pick up this Pharaoh Seed here, because, Ren doesn't have much purpose in keeping it alive.
And it's switches
Alex
out.
actually opts to not pick that up. That's a little surprising to me. Maybe he just didn't want Chandelure in while giving Ren a free switch. It's very fair, but he's starting to take quite a bit of chip on his mons.
And I'm really liking this Pharaoh Seed. Even without the Eviolite, it is not taking damage from anything, it seems. And it sets those rocks right back up. Yep. It does go down from the quad weakness of the Flamethrower, but that's what it's to be expected. We go back into Florges, the special wall. And it crits.
Manage a crit. I would love to calc that. Because I believe that crit might have mattered depending on the Florges' investment.
I think so. I'm surprised it did that much damage, and we do get a Rock Slide. So if this is a standard set, it's going to be stuck into Rock Slide. Let's see what he does.
It definitely is a choice item. We don't necessarily know which yet.
Yeah.
But, Rock Slide miss, pretty unfortunate there. That would have picked up the Cryogonal for sure. And we do see another Rock Slide miss. So at this point, and it probably would have been better to switch out.
That's a 1 in 1,000. That is just unlucky.
Yeah, that's Pokemon right there. Honestly, that's when you play around with those RNG numbers, I don't know, that's redundant. When you play around with RNG, something's bound to happen, and in this situation, it worked out for Alex. He may have a chance now, since Darmanitan was his best way of threatening this team. With it frozen and rocks up, it's pretty much dead in the water.
Doom does come down. Z move from the Blossom, but it only does 50%. I wonder if we're going to get an Aurora Veil, or if he's just going to keep attacking.
So we do see Darmanitan come in, probably just to get a switch off, since, as I mentioned, not going to get much value out of it at that point. Cloyster comes in, probably wants to pick up a Shell Smash here. And, Rock Blast might still be able to pull this out, even with the Aurora Veil. He's at +2.
And we miss a Rock Blast.
It's Pokemon. So, yeah.
These are the games you hate to see. These are... This isn't one player outplaying another player. This comes down to luck, and it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, but
and that is why Pokemon is fun.
Right.
But it is a real feels bad, man, most of the time. And I don't find it fun to play or to watch.
I mean, I would say this is a very special example here. And Alex didn't necessarily misplay. It's not his fault, but
no, I don't think
obviously RNGsus has gotten the RNG here.
This is true. And it seems like Darmanitan wasn't the prince that was promised, unfortunately.
No, Zora High has died before any of the long night has come, and it's just it's looking over. Psychic to pick up the last kill, and that is the battle. What a show. That for me is a bit of a roller coaster. I don't know how to feel about that.
I mean, I have my own experiences that we will not talk about.
Well, we'll get to
those.
We'll get to that for sure. That is the battle. Congratulations to Alex and RNGsus on the win. That should help him quite a bit.
Yeah, very nice job.
Maybe we can pick up some luck later for Vernal Equinox, but for now, that was the battle.
Yeah,
this has been FPL. Have a good night.